Hello guys, and welcome back to NtefuniTV. It's a pleasure to have you guys again, and I hope you guys are doing well. How has your week been? And man, I wasn't feeling well the past week, and that's the reason why I wasn't able to bring you guys content. But I'm good again and ready to go. And I hope you guys are excited about the fixture that's ahead of us. So we play on Monday against Spurs, and this is a match preview for that game at the Tottenham Stadium. I don't know. I mean, I feel good about this, but guys, I think I am really concerned about the performance we put up against Brentford at home. And honestly, if the Blackburn game hadn't come in between that game and then this Spurs game that we're playing on Monday, I don't know how I would have felt about it. But thank God we had a chance to react, and the reaction was, I mean, it wasn't bad. It was a normal reaction, what you expect from Chelsea typically when we lose heavily at home. With the injury news, Poch was asked about maybe James whether he'll be able to start the game. I mean, play the full 90 against Spurs, and he said they were going to monitor James, and they were very happy James was able to start against Blackburn and actually have some minutes. So they are going to monitor him and see if he's actually fit enough to start the game against Tottenham. But definitely he's going to play a part against Tottenham on Monday, and that's exciting news. And apart from the long-term injuries like Nkuku, Romeo Lavia, and then the other guys, Amanda Broja also trained with the team, and Poch said it might be likely that he'll be on the bench against Tottenham, and it's also one that they're going to keep monitoring. So I think here that's the injury news out of the way first, and I feel like we have enough. I mean, one player I thought we would have seen earlier by this time of the season, looking at the time frame of his injury, as Chukwuemeka. I felt like 2 weeks ago he should have been playing with the team, but he had a small setback, and since then he hasn't been really fit to start any of the games or to play any part. And I'm hoping by the time we come back from the last international break of the calendar year, we should be able to have him back. Yeah, so that's the injury news. And then just moving straight into this game, I feel like we need to talk about Tottenham Spurs. Like, Tottenham are always known for, bottling games and then leagues. We all know what we did to them under Poch when they were this close to winning the league, and then we denied them by playing that 2-2 draw against them. And then since then, Tottenham, they start very well, and then even in games and before the game ends, they just bottle it. But doesn't look like that's the story this season. Like, they've been really good. They aren't sitting on top of the table just by a fluke or by coincidence. I think they've really worked hard to be there. And clearly, when Poch and Arteta were asked if Tottenham are title contenders, like, they both didn't waste any time at all by affirming that they think Tottenham are real title contenders. And I feel the same way too, especially looking at Tottenham not playing in Europe just like us, but they've actually been able to get their stuff right from the get-go, and that's why they're on top of the table. They are yet to lose a game, just like Arsenal when we meet them a few weeks back. They've played 10 games, they've won 8, they've drawn 2, they haven't lost a game, they've scored 22 times, and they've only conceded 9 times. I think they are doing really well, and Maddison is just like an instant hit for them since he moved from Leicester City, and it's really combining well with Song and then Kulusevski, and it feels like they don't really miss Harry Kane. Like, the goals are just coming from every angle, all the players are contributing, and one player that's been like a revelation for them is Yves Bissouma. Like, this guy couldn't even get a kick under Antonio Conte, even when almost all of their midfielders were injured. And to just think about it, like, right now he's the first name on the team sheet, and he's playing really well, like playing so well with Papa Matassa, the guy they signed from I think Marseille, Like they are really doing well for Tottenham in the middle of the park, and there are so many players from Spurs that can just keep on going and keep on going because I honestly actually work them a lot. Destiny Udoji, they signed him from Udinese, loaned him back to Udinese last season, and then he actually joined them this season. I mean, I just thought he was a left back or a left wing back, but this guy, the way he plays, the way he drifts into the middle, I mean, like it's just amazing to watch the way he attacks. I didn't believe he had that much attacking qualities in him, and feels like all the signings that Spurs did this season is really clicking. And Richarlison has been given a new role, like he plays from the left wing, and he's been decent for the team, like works so hard for the team, and Spurs are really flying. They are really flying. Like I wouldn't. I mean, like in our previous meetings with Spurs, I won't be going to play them, and then I'll be like kind of scared or nervous. But I really need to admit, like I think this is going to be a tough game. Looking at where we are coming from, how we started the season, and how Spurs are just calling for fun, how they play, how they're able to dominate teams. I feel like this is something we really need to look at. But then when it comes back to Chelsea, you guys know, like we are Chelsea. At the game against Brentford, when you listen to my match preview, when you watch my match preview, I was so particular about teams that don't really come to play against us. They come to park the bars and make it very difficult for us to break them down. And then we also what happened. Brentford were in the game. They decided not to play, give the ball to us. We had a very fantastic first half, but we failed to score. And they just kept going into the game. And when they got the first goal, I think the panic mode started. Now it was up to us to come and then get the equalizer. And then you all know what happened for the second goal. So I feel like that's been our story for the whole season. I mean, like for some years now, we just find it difficult to break teams down. Teams that actually come to set up in the low block. But that hasn't been the case when we play against the top big teams that decide to play, that can actually play football. We go toe to toe with them, and then we get good results. Like sometimes people will be like, oh, they're going to play Spurs, they're going to play Man City, they're going to play United, and they're going to lose all the games. And then we end up playing really well in those games and even getting good results. So that's the only hope that I'm having. The Tottenham on Monday will actually be playing at home, and they wouldn't have to hold back. They would have to attack us. They would have to throw everything at us. And I feel like that's when we play well, when we have a team come to play against us and they are open and there are spaces for us to exploit. When we can sit back and also play our counter game, we have good players, and then our counter pressing game is really good. So when we have teams come to play that way with us, I feel like we are always showing what we are made of, and we tend to create a lot of chances and have a good game. So that's the only hope that I'm having, that we can be able to match Tottenham on Monday. And Reece James also being back in the team. I know I keep mentioning Reece James a lot in my videos. You guys know he's one of my favorite players in Chelsea, so you guys just have to get used to it. I think Reece James being back in the team is actually another plus for us. Like he offers us so much down the right hand side. You could see against Blackburn, even though it was just a championship team, but you could see the combination play with him and then Palmer on the right hand side. Like he was running in behind, taking balls and even shooting like straight at goal. I mean, his crossing wasn't that perfect on against Blackburn, but you could see the movement in behind. Like we're not too predictable. We look very dangerous when the ball was down the right hand side. So I think that would be another plus for us. And the return of Badiashile is also another big positive for us. He played really well and then scored on his return, and I feel like we are recovering all our players at a very important part of the season, and these are the only positive that I think is going to help us go into the game against Spurs on Monday. I think Spurs really know what they are doing when you look at the way they play. Like they keep the ball more. They don't look to like just go long or just get rid of the ball. They don't panic. I mean, they kind of play more like the way we play, but with some agency. They like to just keep the ball, probe, and try to let the opponents come for the ball. They like to keep it for longer period. But then they move the ball faster when they have to in the third half. Like they move it really quick with one touch passes, and then they are cutbacks. And Madison has been instrumental. Like he's the one that's been finding all those kind of spaces, putting all those kind of one-time passes when he finds himself in and around the opposition's box. And I think that's something like we really need to look at. Like when they are in your third, they don't look to waste time at all. They do it so fast that you can't even get time to settle or to keep your defensive line or your shape. Like they move it so quickly when they get into your half, and those kind of passes in behind to the wingers for them to cut back, like it's been really perfect for them. Like they do it so well, and I feel like that's what we really need to look at. Like we need to stay focused from the minute 1 to 90 minutes, because you see against the game against Brentford, their first goal that Pinnock headed in from the far post, I feel like we were caught napping, just like the way we considered the second goal against Arsenal. Nobody knows what was happening behind them, and then the player just ran from behind and then finish a move. And I feel like if we are going to stand a chance of getting something out of the game against Tottenham, we really need to prevent making those kind of easy errors, like just forgetting our men, like who am I marking, who is behind me, can I afford to sleep for a second? We can do that against Tottenham. They really know what they are doing, and when they are on, and most part of this season they've always been on in games, even they've come back from like 2 goals down to get results from games. And like this is a game that we can afford at all to slack. We can afford to lose concentration for even a second if we really need to get something out of this game. So I feel like it's going to be an interesting game, and we going to Tottenham Stadium, like for the past few seasons, I think we've done really well over there. We've scored a lot of beautiful goals over there. We've had good results over there. You can talk about the EFL Cup semi-final. You can talk about the league. I think we won like 3 games on the bounce over there in a single season, and it was so refreshing. So that's the kind of hope that I have when we go there. But this season, I just don't really feel that confident because of where we are now and because of how good Tottenham has really been under Ange Postecoglou. So yeah, that's what I think about the game against Tottenham come on Monday. I feel like if we are able to keep our concentration levels, if we are able to stay in the game, we should be able to get a result from the game. When you come to like player for player, I don't really think Spurs are ahead of us in that aspect. But when it comes to like a team, like cohesion, like a team in general, that's when they have actually really gotten their stuff together and they are really doing well. So I feel like if we just stay concentrated and then try to do our stuff throughout the 90 minutes, we should be able to get a result from this game. Yeah, so that was my match preview and what I think will happen in the game out of the way. And then now I'll move into my predicted lineup, the team that I would love to see play against Spurs on Monday. So going into the team, looking at the injury news that was updated yesterday, I feel like at the back we might see some changes, because we almost have our defenders ready to go now. They are all fit, and I think that might be a place that will be a little bit tricky. Like we might see a little bit of changes over there. Like Poch can surprise us over there because we have everybody available to play. But then if it was left with me, I'll go for a 4-3-3 formation, and I'll start Sanchez in goal. Like I was actually disappointed to see Petrovic not start the game against Blackburn, but I don't know. I thought that was the game for us to see him, for him to make his debut, and we actually having a feel of what he is like, but it didn't happen. And I don't think this is the game that he's gonna have a chance to play or make his debut. So yeah, I'll go with Sanchez in goal, and then right back, I think I would love to go with James. I mean, he played 60 minutes against Blackburn and he was okay, he was decent. So if he's actually fit enough, I see him actually starting again, and maybe this time around having maybe 70 or 75 minutes, and then Malo Gusto can come on for the last 20 or 15 minutes. So I'll go for Reece James at right back. And then the 2 central defenders is where I think it's going to be tricky, like I said earlier on. But I want to go for what has been working for us for the start of the season. I know Badiashile is back, Disasi has also been back for some time now. But then, if not being for the area threat of Brentford, I don't really feel he would have played ahead of Malo Gusto at right back, because against Brentford, Disasi played from the right back ahead of Malo Gusto. And then I think the Tottenham game is going to be a different game, and because of that, I'm going to go for Thiago Silva at the right centre back, partner with Colwell at the left centre back. So that will be my two defensive pairing. And then when it comes to the left back, I think Cucurella has really been doing well, and he needs to maintain his place. These kind of games, we need him to really stay close to Song or whoever plays from the right. Kulusevski, he did it against Saka, and I know he can actually do it against any of the Spurs wingers that come up against him on Monday. So I put Cucurella on the left hand side at the left back position. And moving to the midfield three, I think this should be easy. I would love to go with Enzo Fernandez, Moises Caicedo, and then Conor Gallagher as our three-man midfield. Like, this midfield has been solid. Like, how many times have I spoken about the understanding that they are trying to build together, especially Moises Caicedo and Enzo Fernandez. Like, they've been fantastic for us. And you could see, like, they had an interview over the weekend, and you see how they are actually getting to know each other, how they are building this kind of relationship, talking so positively about how they want to win trophies with Chelsea and all those kind of stuff. And I feel like with those kind of relationship and then confidence, they're just gonna get better. And I really love to see how they do against a better midfield of Matassa and then Yves Bissouma come on Monday. And Conor Gallagher has been the one that has always been giving them that chance to exhibit what they have. And I feel like Gallagher will be really important for us in this game against Spurs. Like, we'll need his pressing game to be on the top level. And I was really concerned when he actually played the 90 minutes against Blackburn. I thought he would have been given some rest, but maybe I was wrong. He never gets injured, he never gets tired, and I was happy he finished the game without any injury. So I'll be happy to see him partner Fernandez and then Caicedo in the midfield. And then moving on to our top three attackers, I feel like I would have loved to play Jackson at the 9 position, but Jackson hasn't really got it going since he came back from that wrist surgery that I've been talking about. And I feel like he's really low on confidence now. And you could see the game against Blackburn when he was substituted, Palmer had to go on top. And I feel like we did it against Arsenal, Palmer and then Mikhailo Mudryk rotating on top there, and then it was really fluid. So I'm kind of guessing, or that's what I'm feeling, Poch will do against Spurs again. He will like to play Palmer on top, play Sterling from the right, and then play Mikhailo Mudryk from the left. You know, anytime Mudryk has been fit and then available this season, after getting on that good form, he's always started. And I'm not putting that beyond him against Spurs on Monday. I feel like if he's fit enough, and it was confirmed that he has been training with the team, he's in full team training, so that means he's free to play against Tottenham. I feel like he's going to start, and he's not going to start from the bench. So my front three, I'm going to go for Modric on the left hand side, I'll go for Cole Palmer on top, and then I'll go for Raheem Sterling on the right. Sterling has been so important for us off the ball. Like, he's been doing a lot of work for us. He's pressing up front with Gallagher and then Cole Palmer. I mean, it surprises me how Palmer, apart from his playmaking abilities, the way he presses, the way he steals ball off opponent, like, it's been amazing. The Sterling's second goal against Blackburn was all Palmer's making. He actually chied down the opponent, took the ball, and then just puts on the plate for Sterling to finish. So I would love to see this front three against Tottenham, and I feel like it's going to be that fluid, just like the way we saw against Arsenal. And if there are any chances in between them, I believe they are going to take it. Yeah, so that's my predicted lineup for the game against Tottenham. And I would really love to know your predicted lineup down in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think about all that I spoke about. The injury news, Chukwuemeka still not being available for us. James fully fit now and then can start going. I want to know what you guys think in the comment section, and you can as well also give me your predicted 11. I want to see what you guys also think. Who should start? I know Thiago Silva is definitely going to start. I want to hear from you guys. Who should partner Thiago Silva at the back? And I would really love to hear from you guys, and let's keep it interactive. Now moving on to my score prediction. I never like predicting against Chelsea to lose a game, but I think this is going to be a difficult one. I know Tottenham is going to score one way or the other. They are going to get a goal or two. I know Tottenham are going to score, but now I'm not putting it past us to be able to score a goal. So I think this is going to be a difficult game. I think this might end in a draw, not a goalless draw. It could be in a scoring draw, could be 1-1 or 2-2. But if we do our things right and then everything goes on our way on Monday, I feel like we should be coming away with a 2-1 win. So I'm just going to settle for a 2-1 win for Chelsea on Monday against Tottenham Spurs. So yeah, this was my match preview for Tottenham against Chelsea, and then I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll be happy to hear from you guys in the comment section. So till the game, and then I come your way again with a post-match reaction. Come on, you Chelsea.
Yeah. Let's see.